Hello, this is cinderspapercraft.co.uk, and as promised I am bringing you what I call my 2 for 1. So that's 2 ideas with 1 box size. I have a lot of finger daubers and I had 40 of them in 1 box, and there was some left over, so I made my own and I thought I would share it with you. Right, so how I store my finger daubers is obviously make the box, but I also put the names on them and the colours, so if I think I need a yellow one I can then look. They are usually in some sort of order, but I actually have taken some out so that it's full up. These are some of the newer ones. Right, so what I actually do is in the Stampin' Up catalogue, which I have here, there is these colours. So I actually printed them off and then I cut them out and then I stuck them on, so I can see which colours I need just by looking down. Not a bad idea, I thought. Right, so, and then I thought, well, not everyone wants to store finger daubers, so I come up with an idea for you as well. Right, so plain and simple box. I haven't put a sentiment on there because I don't know why I'm giving it to someone. So when I do gift it, there will be a sentiment put on the front. So this one I went with the Eastern Palace Suite. These vinyl stickers are lovely. When I heard that they were bringing out gold stickers, I thought, oh, that should be interesting, but they're really good. Right, so these are simple 3x3 note cards, just using the various different. That also is from the, which one is it? It is from the Eastern Beauty stamp set and dies. Right, so on those I done some hellos, but this you pull up using that, and underneath, not sitting very neatly, are my envelopes. Now that is usually a lot more full because I will do a lot more to go in there, but for demonstration only, and then I can make mine up when I gift it. Right, so I've made the tray a bit deeper for the cards on the one that I'm going to show you, because the envelopes don't need quite that much space. Right, so there are the 2 for 1. And here we go. Right, so I have shot this video a lot of times, so I will tell you that this is the last time I'm going to film it. Oh, sunlight's just gone in. And if I make any silly mistakes, I'm going to fix them without editing. Right, so this is the paper I've gone with, which is the Floral Frenzy, and this is the Berry Burst. Now I did use card craft for this, but it wasn't the Stampin' Up one, and the only reason I think that is because it was a nightmare to work with and it feels kind of flimsy. Not too flimsy because this is thick DSP. So I'm doing the bottom in Berry Burst card, and that will actually look quite nice when it's contrasted. Right, so you're going to need 2 pieces of 9 3/8 by 6 1/4, and we are going to take a smidge off. Now I'm going to change that to 2 sides because it wasn't coming out properly for some reason, and I don't know if I got my measurements wrong. So we are going to go with this one. If it is wrong, I can show you how to put it right. If they're too big, you can always put them right, which is a good thing. If they're too small, not so good. Right, so I will demonstrate a smidge. You've got the blade cutting track there, and then if you go up to the second one there, this one just there, that is a smidge. So we are going to do a smidge off each size, so it's about that. And in case you're wondering why I've got two cutting blades on there, one's for paper, one's for card. Now the card one is just about to be binned, so I'm using the paper one and I'll put a new one on. I mark them because otherwise I go through so much card, too many blades, and it actually has worked, so I'm good with that. Right, so we are now going to score this. So if you don't have a scoring board and you want to score something, use a ruler and a, oh I don't know, a Sharpie, a pen or something, just something that's going to give you, I mean you can even use the scissors, but make sure you do it that way. There's no reason why you can't score. Right, so I'm just going to give it a once over. Right, so as it says, we are going to do 1.5 inch on all 4 sides. The small ball goes with cardstock, the larger ones with DSP. So 1.5, pull towards you. And 1.5. So that's on all 4 sides, 1.5. Right, that's my school ball for now. Right, the DSP on that one is 6 1/4 by 3 1/8. So 6 1/4 by 3 1/8. And then we've got 6 1/4 by 1 3/8. So if you do 3 of those and then cut one of them into half, it gives you the end ones. And it's such a pretty card. This is actually quite thick cardstock, so in some instances you are going to be able to use it without other cardstock, as it's lovely and thick. Right, so we are going to cut up to this score line here, and we are just going to take a tiny bit out. And again, now I do all my boxes like this because it puts strength into all 4 corners and not just it distributes the strength properly. But it's finger daubers, so it's not exactly gonna weigh a ton, and you must do the boxes how you like them. Everyone's got their own way, and there's nothing worse than someone telling you to do something different and you think, I don't want to do that. My way's good, it's worked for a long time. Right, so we are going to reinforce these score lines, make them nice and sharp. I ordered my bits from the Christmas catalogue, the autumn catalogue. They're showing up on Tuesday. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And as soon as I get it, I will do a open with you. I'm so excited. Right, so I'm using Fuse. Normally I would use wet glue. I'm a fan of wet glue. Oh, sorry, I'm knocking this camera. But I don't need to be keeping you forever, because this really is a quick project. Right, so with the fast fuse, a lighter touch is far better. Right, so bring those 2 corners together to have a nice sharp edge. Just heat the fuse up and then it will stick beautifully. Again, give it a rub and that will heat it up. Ooh. Right, I will put some glue in there. Right, the moment of truth. Keep fingers crossed. Whew, yes. Right, sorry about my enthusiasm. Right, so there is the box. Now, the card size to go in it, I'm going to remove this one and I am going to bring in this one. So the inside card, that's going to make the tray, and then we have a smaller bit which is going to make the divider slot, and that will be across this bit for the envelopes. But first of all, because I said I've actually filmed this, I have, so this has been cut and I didn't want to use another bit. So you are going to score at 3/4 of an inch, turn 3/4, turn 3/4, and turn 3/4. Really simple. This is a simple box to do. It really is. Right, so we are now going to see if this one fits. So I'm going to dry fit this, and I do so hope this is, I must have got my figures slightly wrong, but they are correct now. Right, yep, brilliant. So you're going to use the fuse again. Again, lighter touch. Oop. Get that off. Oop. I think that must be running out. Okay, right, so join those up. Oop. Fumble fingers today. My hands are not playing well today. Right, there. And then that will fit in there, which I'm not going to do right now because I want to add the ribbon on so I can put it up. So we can put all of these to one side, and this is how you do the finger daubers, which again, it is the same size tray exactly, and it will be fitted in exactly the same way. And you can see the first time you put it in, it is going to feel a bit tight, but that's a good thing because you don't want them all falling out. See, it then becomes really super simple. So now you're probably wondering how I got that circle. Now, I don't have a circle die that goes down that small, and that small is, that is 3/4 of an inch or 2 centimeters. I will be putting centimeter measurements on my blog, but I didn't do them for this one because I'm actually doing a 2/4 one, so I decided not to. Right, so this is the Paisley and Posies and the Paisley framelit dies. The little circle that goes to this one, that one, is what I done. So this is nice and simple, and you're going to have to excuse my plates. I should have got my my good plates out. It's like when someone nice comes to dinner, always get your best china out. I should have got my best plates out, but I use this all the time. Right, so I have my magnetic storage platform, and obviously 2 cutting plates. So we are going to line that up and do that. Super simple. And then that one you can keep. I do put an envelope in each of my my CD cases. Oh, I better not do that in front of you guys. So that if I need one, there's one to go. Right, so, but if you don't have those, you might have a round die. I'm sure there are plenty, absolutely plenty of round ones. If you haven't, draw a round circle and cut with scissors. Put a hole there and just snip round. There is definitely a way to get around this. So again, let me show you. Up to score line. Up to score line. You've probably heard this said 100 times. This is just so that it fits together. Because let me show you if you don't. Right, so that is definitely on the score line. Oh, okay. Oh no, look, see? That is why you take them off. I thought I was going to come out perfect. I was going to say, what are the chances? But, Stampin' Up! With me in the camera. Right, so all you will do is... Oh, yeah, it's definitely running out. Now, they do say that you should flick it one way once and t'other way the other. But be honest, people, how many of you do what you're supposed to do? And if you're all saying, I do, oops, it's just me then. Right. Now, I didn't burnish those score lines, but you will, because you're not silly. Right, so I really should have done that, but I'm not fitting this one anyway. I've got all the storage I need. Right, so I don't like this cardstock. It's not Stampin' Up's, but all as you would do then is, depending on how well it fitted. Oh, I don't like this cardstock. I tell you what, Stampin' Up cardstock is the best there is, and I'm not just saying it because I'm a demonstrator. It truly is. Right, so you will then. Oh, it's horrible. I think I might get rid of that lot. Right, so I'm putting that in really awkwardly, but there is your finger storage, Dauber storage. Yeah, how easy. You probably don't need to glue that in, but if you like the thought of gluing it in, then that's a good thing. Right, now, these are the cards that I've made. These are super cute cards. So I have used the, I actually got a load of cards using the rest of the DSP, which is absolutely fantastic. So I've used Berry Burst there, and I've just done different sizes of the, you know, we can do the one sheet wonders. Well, let's just say if you use one sheet wonder on these, you would have absolutely loads of them. And I still have half a sheet left. So now I used the Label Me Pretty and the punch to go with it, which is that one. I love their punches, absolutely love them. So I've just done a range of like happy birthday, thank you. I didn't do from my kitchen to yours, but you can put any sentiment you like on. You don't actually have to use this. You can use any of the sentiments that you like, which is a good job. Right, so now I am just going to, I forgot to get some out, get some ribbon, and we are going to use some tear and tape on this because we do not want this to move. And tear and tape onto ribbon is a bit of a nightmare, but we do need the strength, and glue is, let's move some of this out of the way. I don't need complete chaos. Glue and ribbon don't usually work so well, but that's probably just me, and I'm not using them. Right, so we are now going to take forever to remove this. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I had to speak too soon. I've recently had trimmed my nails, and I find that most of the things I usually do quickly are no longer happening. Right, so we are going to put that in the middle. Can you see what I'm doing? Yet in the middle-ish, I say. Right, and we are then going to add my rounds. Now this one is, can't remember, that's a bit bad, 1 3/8, and that one is 1 1/4. So we are just going to, and I am using glue on this one, am I? No, I won't. Yes, I will. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Right, so we are going to layer that one on top and remove the pin from my thumb. Right. And like so. Don't know where that's come from. Right. So we are then, I am going to use fast fuse, because like I said, ribbon and glue doesn't always go well for me, and that doesn't mean it won't for you, but now, and that gives a good leverage. Right, so now this one we are going to bring out the scoreboard, and we are going to score that. It's just so that the envelopes don't all bunch up together. This may not be a necessary one for you. You may think, oh, I don't mind. So we are going to go with 1/2 inch, 1 1/8, which is the one after one, and 1 3/4. Well, that's a bizarre shape. I may have cut that 3 inch, 13 1/4. Oh, I don't know what I've done there. I've missed one out. 2 1/4. Sorry, guys. Ooh. 2 1/4. Right, so you are going to now burnish those, and I'm going to cut that off. We are going to glue that there, give that a rub to heat it up, and now we are going to glue this, but learn from my mistakes. We are going to put that one in there, and we are going to use glue for this because you are going to want wiggle room. Right, sorry about that, but my camera overheated. It's very warm in my craft room right now. So let me just straighten this all out. It stopped when I was fitting this. So if I just tell you, if you glue up these bottom parts, and then you're going to put your envelopes in, just lift them and then slot them up to it so that it leaves a nice space. There you are. And then that one will fit over the top. Now, I did get a lovely message for a lovely comment on my video from Babs, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. You made my day. Thank you. Right, so that is a snug fit, but again, the more you up and down it, the better it will be. Right, so we are right near the very end, you'll be glad to know, and I will just show you how I made the cards and envelopes, more importantly the envelopes. Right, so I am watching this to make sure it doesn't cut out, so I can remove those now, and we are going to go with this one. Now I think you can get 6 cards out of an A4 size, I'm positive. Right, so this is for the envelopes. Oh, I keep doing that. Right, so we are going to small ball, and we are going to score it at 1.5. No, that way. On the long side, we are going to score it at 1.5 by 4 1/4. And then we are going to turn it round. Now I'm not going to go for 1/4 inch on that side because it's just too much of a, it's just, I'm a bit clumsy. Right, so we have one box, 2 box, 3 box. And now let's make them peel and seal now. So what we are going to do is we are going to stick this tear and tape there, and we are just going to pop that along that edge. I will show you which one in 1 second. That is the 1.5 inch. So I could have done a better job. Ooh. Gonna have to excuse that, but this one will be a spare one anyway. So that is the small edge, and that one is the larger. Right, so on here you're going to see that you've got 2 skinny ends here and here. We are going to take those out, and we are going to just snip. And you want to snip above that line, otherwise it might not fold properly. So do it neater than I did, but I'm trying to do this as fast as I can because you don't need to be sitting down to a 2-hour tutorial. Right, so we are going to do that to the top ones. Now I am just going to do a diagonal, so cut down that one, and we are going to round these. Now Stampin' Up no longer have corner rounders, but you don't need one, you really don't. If you have one, brilliant. If you have a circle, you can do this. Right, so I've got the 1 3/8, it can be any one. You are going to pop that in there so it goes through the edge bit, and pop. And we are going to do it again because I messed that one up. Right, and we are going to do that one as well. Now this is quite difficult standing up and doing this for a camera, so you will be able to do that better. Right, and now we are going to, you can do that with any size. If you want a smaller corner or a smaller round, use a smaller circle. So that's super simple. That seems to be my word today, super simple. Right, so we are going to now, no, on this bit. And we are just going to take it up to where it starts to round. Right, and we are now going to peel those off. And that might help. Oh no, it won't. Silly me. Right. Oop. Oh, more fingers and thumbs today. Right, so we are going to now hold those bits down and fold over. And we are now just going to check to see if there's any bits hanging over, which there is a tiny fraction. Right, so there is your envelope, and they just need to peel that off. Right, now the card, we are actually, I'm not going to make the card, but I will show you just how to do it. You are going to score that at 2 3/4 and then fold it, which I will just do. Small end, and now fold that over and push the two of them in together so that you get a equal fold. And now you will put on your decoration like so, and then stamp your embellishment. Actually, I remember now I had done one because I had got myself, oh, this is the second time, or the second or third, can't remember now. Anyway, you are going to line that up and do a better job than me. So all as I done was I used some dimensionals and I wrapped some copper round and round and round. All as I done was wrapped it around my hands, and then all we're going to do is pop that there. And cute. Right, so that can then go in there. Not that one, it needs to go in that one. So there we are. Let's do that the right way. And then we've got that. Now I am quickly going to do this, finish this off, but if the camera goes off again, I do apologise. Right, so all I'm going to do is, I'm going to use fuse for this. We are going to, ribbon. Ribbon size is going to be about 11.5. Now then, we are going to just pop that in there, halfway round. And, yep, okay. And we are just going to put glue on the other one, other end. And I will just pop a bit there. Oh. Right. So halfway. There. And we are now going to go that way. So that one is 8 1/4. You do not have to put this on. I put it on because I wanted to give it a bit of a wow factor. Oh, this fast fuse really is sticky, and I did cut that too long. I can trim that off anyway. Right, now here we go. The bow, that is 11.5. Right. So, if you get it like that, so you have like a bunny ear, I think they call it, you are going to wrap around your thumb, then with those fingers push that in and pull. Now the trick is to leave it as loose as you can to begin with, because then you can get it the way you like it. and we are going to then trim, and we are going to trim, and we are going to get some dots. Actually, I've got fuse there. Ooh. Now there is a bit of fuse showing there, but I will put the sentiment over that. I will just ignore that. So there we are, and then that will sit over the top. And what I do is I use one of these sentiments just to put on the top. And because I've actually put these thumb holes in, it has made putting the top on look a lot more difficult than it actually is. So there, all done. So you have your beautiful gift box. Let's see if you pull it there. So we are now going to put that back on there. The more you put that on, see, it's already great. So we are going to have your envelopes, your cards, and that. See how lovely they are. And for the other one, where did I put that? That one. We will then have that. So there we are. Hope that's not too long for you. That is what I call a 2-for-1. That's probably why it has taken a bit longer. You can do either or. I will be bringing more 2-for-1 boxes to you as we go along, and I plan to do this one next, which is a butterfly box. So we've got that there. These were done so long ago now, and I've just got that, and then it opens up like so, and in it were these beautiful things. Well, I think they're beautiful. So we have names I can't show you, so that's personalised there, and then you can just hang it up. It's absolutely lovely. I've made quite a few of these, and all you do is pop them in there, and then when you pull them out, it's someone's name. This isn't a Stampin' Up die, but I will use a Stampin' Up one for that one. Right, and I would also love to say to Judy, thank you also for your comment. I've had such lovely comments today from my subscribers, so thank you for putting a Sunday smile on my face. Right, so this is going to be the next one. So thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. It's always lovely to hear your comments. Thank you very much. I'm now going to go and upload this, and hopefully it won't take too long. So I will be back. I'm not going to say I'm going to be back like do it 3 times a day, because sometimes I'm going to do 2 in a day and upload them. I will become more regular. Obviously after the album I have a lot of blog time to do, but these are what I call my quick and easies. So thank you very much. Please subscribe if you like my projects, and if you click like, it puts a big smile on my face. But thank you again for spending some of your precious time with me, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, have a great day. Bye.